Hey, take a look at this multi-purpose liquid soap. The thickness is unmatched. So yeah, join me as I make 30 liters of multi-purpose liquid soap at home that you can also package for selling in case you want to start a business with it. So yeah, let's go.
Cozy with Sergey feels just right.
These are the chemicals I'll be using for making this multi-purpose liquid soap, and I arranged them exactly the way I'll be mixing them. So let me quickly introduce each of these chemicals to you. The first one is Nitrosol. See, all the chemicals here are very important, but this one is the most important because it is the base and it is a thickener. It is what will make your liquid soap to be thick. This next one is the caustic soda. It is a cleansing and bleaching agent, so it is quite harsh, and it will also help your multi-purpose liquid soap to maintain a stable pH level. Moving on, there is SLS, which has the cleansing and foaming properties, and then we have the soda ash. This one helps to easily wash off the liquid soap after use. And then there is the S.T.P.P. This one is also a cleansing agent. Moving on quickly, we have the Texapon here. It's a gel-like kind of liquid. It helps the soap penetrate dirt and oil. And this right here is the sulfonic acid. It has foamy properties. On here, I have the foam booster. From the name, you already know its job. So if you want your soap to foam more, just request for more of this foam booster. And of course, you pay extra for it. And here there is fragrance, also called perfume. It helps your soap to smell nice. You can pick any type of fragrance you want. There's also the color. You can pick any color you want, and the preservative to help preserve the soap to last longer, and then the glycerin to make the soap mild on your skin. And you also need bowls and buckets and turning sticks, and also a bigger bowl for turning all of this mixture. Yeah, and luckily for me, this bowl is calibrated, so it's easier for me to take note of my measurements. Oh yeah, let's begin. The first step is to pour in a bowl of water that is half of the measurement of soap you want to make. So since I am making 30 liters of soap, I will pour in half of 30 liters, which is 15 liters. So I will go ahead and pour in 15 liters of water into this bowl. Now I'll bring in the nitrosol and I'll go ahead and pour it into this bowl of water. And as I am pouring it, I am also stirring to make sure it dissolves completely and also to avoid clumping. And I'll keep stirring this till I feel that the water is now kind of thick. It is this stage that will determine how thick your multi-purpose liquid soap will be. This will obviously take some time, but it's worth it. You can also work smart by using a mixer to mix this. I actually wanted to use my automatic washing machine to mix this soap production, but it's in an enclosed place, so I just had to let go of that idea, because when making a liquid soap, you have to make it in an open area because of the chemical exposures. After mixing the nitrosol till I feel it is kind of thick, I'll go ahead and bring in a bowl and pour in some water. I will go ahead and bring in the caustic soda and I'll pour it into this small bowl with water, and I will mix till it is completely dissolved. And while mixing, you will notice the mixture is getting hot. And this is because the caustic soda is ash. I will even advise you make use of an hand glove and also put on a face mask to reduce your exposure to these chemicals. After completely dissolving the caustic soda with the water being so clear, I'll go ahead and pour it into the big bowl while I continue stirring. And after pouring in this mix, the mixture in the big bowl will get thicker. So I'll just go ahead and stir this mixture for a bit till it gets thicker, and then I'll go ahead and set this bowl aside. In another bowl, I'll pour in 5 liters of water. And after pouring in 5 liters of water, I'll bring in the SLS. The SLS is shaped like rice. So I'll go ahead and open it and pour everything into this 5 liters of water. I will keep mixing this till it is completely dissolved and it begins to foam a lot with no more trace of the rice grain. So at this point, I had to turn this mixture into a bigger bucket because it was splashing all over. So since I've not spoken about the measurement I used, and this is because I just tell the people at the chemical shop how many liters I want to make, and they give me ingredients enough for that liters. So if you want to make 10 liters, just let them know and they'll give you enough ingredients to make 10 liters of liquid soap. I got everything in this video for 12,000 naira as at the time of making this video. Once the SLS is completely dissolved, I'll bring in the soda ash and pour it into this bucket. I will also bring in the S.T.P.P and pour it into this bucket, and then I will mix everything together till it becomes thick. After mixing this, I'll bring in the bigger bowl and I will pour in this 5 liter mix into this bigger bowl while stirring. And as I am stirring this, the mixture inside the bowl will get more thicker. So I will keep mixing this till it is properly combined. When making a multipurpose liquid soap, don't rush it. Take your time. In fact, just schedule a day for making the soap so that it comes out perfect the way you desire it to be. If possible, get more hands to join you, or you make use of a mixer or any other thing that can make the work easier for you. After making sure that the mixture in this bigger bowl is properly combined, I'll bring in a separate bowl and pour in the Texapon. After pouring in the Texapon, I'll bring in the sulfonic acid and pour it into this bowl, and I'll mix everything together till it is completely mixed. Now that it is properly mixed, I'll bring in the bigger bowl and I'll go ahead and pour in the sulfonic and Texapon mixture into this bigger bowl, and I'll keep mixing vigorously till it comes together and looks foaming like this. Now I'll go ahead and bring in the foam booster, and I'll pour this foam booster into the bowl and stir. Next, I'll bring in the fragrance, which is also called the perfume, and I'll go ahead and pour this into the big bowl and stir. At this point, I will continue to stir till this mixture is no longer foamy and white like this, and it will now become slimy. At this junction, I got tired of stirring, and that was when I remembered that I had a manual machine somewhere that I can bring out to stir this up to make the job faster. This is the point where you need more hands. In case you're tired, someone else can pick it up from there and continue the stirring if you don't have the mixer or machine to help you with it. After a few hours of stirring, this is what I have. You can see how clear and slimy this mixture is, and you can see that the foam has greatly reduced and it is no longer that white. So you must arrive at this clear, slimy and no foam mixture before you go ahead and introduce the rest of the ingredients. Moving on, I will go ahead and bring in the color, and I'll dissolve this in a little bit of water, and I'll keep mixing till I know that okay, everything is properly and completely dissolved. And once it is completely dissolved, I'll go ahead and pour it into the big bowl and mix. Now it is up to you to decide to pour all the coloring into your big bowl, or just pour in 2 tablespoons of this coloring liquid into your soap mixture and you're okay. Then you can keep the rest for any other day that you want to make use of the coloring. Moving on, I'll bring in the preservative and I'll mix 1 teaspoon of this preservative into a separate bowl of water. I'll make sure I mix till it is completely dissolved. See, when it comes to making liquid soap, you have to take your time to mix and mix till you arrive at the right consistency, and also you have to be patient enough to make sure that the chemicals are completely dissolved before you pour into the bigger bowl. So after dissolving the preservative, I'll go ahead and pour it into the big bowl and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. After stirring this for a few minutes, I'll bring in the glycerin and I'll pour everything into the big bowl, and I'll go ahead and stir everything together till I feel it is properly combined. After stirring, I'll go ahead and place this big bowl somewhere and I'll leave it overnight to settle. You can decide to cover it to prevent dirt and insects from entering the soap. You can decide not to also cover if you don't mind. So this is the next morning and my liquid soap has settled in, and you can see how thick it is. And right now this soap is of 20 liters. You know, I started with 15 liters, then I added 5 extra liters of water later, making it 20 liters. So I can go ahead and add 10 more liters of water to make it 30 liters, or I can add 5 more liters of water to make it 25 liters. So it all depends on how thick I want the liquid soap to be. Meaning at this stage, you have control over how thick you want your liquid soap to be by the amount of water you pour into it. If it's for reselling purpose, you can just go ahead and pour in 5 liters of water into this mixture and stir, and I think that thickness is okay for reselling. So this is me. I went ahead to pour in 10 liters of water because this is for home purpose only, not reselling. So I just poured in 10 liters of water, making it 30 liters of liquid soap in total, and I started stirring and stirring and stirring till everything was properly combined and mixed. After stirring, it's now time to start pouring this liquid soap into the different containers that I want to keep them, that I want to store them in. If you have stayed up to this point, meaning you are enjoying this video and you find it helpful and you're yet to hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Please do well to hit on the subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share and hit on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new videos. I am done packaging my multi-purpose liquid soap and this is it. So see you on my next video. Bye. Mwah.